Apollo Saturn V consists of two major parts, the launch vehicle and the spacecraft. Between them is a small ring-like section called the instrument unit. It's the brain and nerve center of a huge launch vehicle. Made of thin-wall aluminum honeycomb, the unit is nearly 22 feet in diameter, the same as the third stage of the Saturn V, but only 3 feet high. Yet it supports the Apollo spacecraft and contains the electronic and electrical equipment required for navigation, guidance, and control of the entire vehicle. It also carries equipment for temperature control, electric power for the launch vehicle, instruments measuring flight operations, and communications with the ground. The emergency abort and destruct systems are monitored in the ring as well. The instrument unit's sensors are constantly at work determining the vehicle's position and velocity. In other words, navigating the Saturn V through the atmosphere and in space. The guidance system compares this information with the planned flight plan and determines what corrections have to be sent to the Saturn's engines and telemetered to Earth. The varying conditions of flight make guidance necessary. A standard flight is influenced by winds aloft, engine performance, and a number of other factors. The guidance system constantly corrects for these changing conditions, relying on the information from navigation. It plots a new flight path, so the spacecraft will arrive at its destination, traveling at a specific speed, and at the same time, arriving in the shortest possible time, with the least possible expenditure of fuel. As can be seen in the test stand, control, the method of physically altering the course of the vehicle, is achieved in most cases by gimbaling or moving the engines. This corrects for variations observed by the guidance and navigation systems and steers the vehicle in its selected flight path. The 4 outboard engines on both the first and second stages are gimbaled. The instrument unit computes and controls the direction of the engines and of their thrust. The third stage has only one main engine, also gimbaled to provide directional control of thrust. However, to keep the vehicle from rolling, 6 smaller engines are used to stabilize the craft. Here, too, it's the instrument unit that controls and coordinates these engines. In lunar flight, once the spacecraft is on its way to the moon, the command and service module separates from the lunar module, turns, and docks with the lunar module. The third stage and instrument unit are jettisoned, their job completed. The brain of the Saturn V, the translator between man and machine, navigator, helmsman, and computer. All of these jobs are done by the small ring called the instrument unit.